Ratic, you realize when you show up here just keeking on Molly, it makes your value to the show go down?
Really?
Yeah, because we can't have a conversation with you in this state.
You haven't had a try conversation with me. I paid him $50 to come here, pull out his fucking shoe. I got a herpy because I'm selling wax at the sesh now, and a black person came up to me, and I gave him a dab, and they're like, oh, thank you to your contributions to black society. And next thing I woke up with a herpy on my lip. And it was a gay black dude that gave a dab.
You also gave your dab rig to like 7 of our fans at the show.
That was before I got the active herpy on my lip.
The herpy could have been born then sprouted at any time.
It might not have been the black person.
It could have just been, pussy. Could have just been some bad pussy.
I've only ate Rat Pussy Pam's pussy.
Oh, well, how faithful is Rat Pussy Pam these days?
Well, all the boys, the fans are trying to fuck, and we're going to arrange a video so you can fuck her. So let's fucking... She's not very faithful after this video that's going to drop in a couple weeks where she gets filled by like 7 different guys.
Filled?
Oh, my God.
That language. That's his girlfriend.
Oh, wow. That's kind of hot language.
It is hot.
I'm going to fill you up.
I'm fill her
Miss
up.
Pam.
Damn.
Whatever her name
Rat
is.
Pussy Pam, when you're hearing this, I'm going to fuck you. I hope you're hearing that voice. I'm going to fuck you hard. I'm gonna put him while you're asleep.
He's back, dude.
He's
The
back.
demon Ratic is back. All right. Thank you, Ratic. That was a fine contribution from you. Austin, do you mind muting his mic for the time
You
being?
come on this show and like you realize, because sometimes we
Follow the rat too.
affluent landed men,
Correct.
we forget that society is just riddled with suffering and
Correct.
and poverty and addiction and just pain. You know? It's really
Yeah,
wild.
a couple of low-income folks from Koreatown. They're living in a nice little community there. You know
I imagine like kind of like a flop house. So you would equate it to like a flop house for like iron workers or something
Correct.
back in the day, railroad workers.
Yes.
pretty much.
But now they don't even have a railroad to work on.
Now it's
crazy, guys.
Amazon warehouses are the new. That's the new railroad.
Oh, okay. That's like the new.
And
Wow.
you were.
Dick videos, cameos.
I doubt this is just Molly. I've never sweated so profusely on Molly. But no, absolutely, Johnny. It's like there might not be a Chinaman in a basket pushing himself away from the wall after he lights a TNT stick, but Amazon warehouses are the new railroad.
Right.
Just
Totally.
Expendable life.
That's the last place that an uneducated worker can pretty much just show up and get hired.
Yes, absolutely. And it's going to fucking suck, but it's always there.
Yeah.
Like if you are, the incentive system is so skewed because it's just as easy to get on food stamps and unemployment.
Especially in California.
Yes. And to basically get a subsistence income doing fucking nothing.
Yeah.
That is so much easier than making a subsistence income working at Amazon.
Yeah.
And that's what...
And I would be okay. Like, I understand that automation's taking away a lot of those jobs.
Yeah.
And I would be okay with a universal basic income for, people like this.
I agree.
If it didn't make inflation soar, because
Correct.
that money has to come from the government,
Yeah.
and they get that from printing money. They do get it from taxes, but they don't tax us enough to cover what they're printing.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? So it's like...
And with the wars they're funding now, I mean,
It's crazy.
They can't do it.
It's
right?
crazy.
They have to print the money in order
Yeah.
to take care of it. But it would be nice.
So yeah, let's talk about this.
Like, they need help. I'm going compassionate, Johnny. Things have been going so well, and I'm so blessed, and I've been, it's the spiritual journey that, I love these two in their own way.
And look,
in a small, weird way.
Your posture on the couch.
Yeah, no.
indicates that.
I'm afraid of them, and I want, I don't want to be touching, but
But it would be nice if you got a shot into that leg and they
But
fixed
it's not good. It's not good that he's about to have his leg cut off.
No, it's not.
And it's not good either that the state of California is making it so easy to
Why can I not
do
hear
nothing.
myself?
You should be.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
You're definitely
Fine,
mic'd up. So the blessing, I think it would be a blessing for most people to work at the Amazon job versus collect unemployment and get free food, because the self-respect you gain with a little bit of structure, that is where momentum begins.
Yes.
And then maybe you become the foreman who's making, $39K a year at Amazon.
And now, for us working in an Amazon warehouse, I mean, the humiliation, you can't even be summed up in words. But for somebody that shoots trank into his ankle and lives in an opium den, a flop house in Koreatown, where they haven't had sanitation come around and get their dumpsters since the strike. I mean, it's the dystopianism of Steinbeck, how these people live. Yes, $15, $18 an hour at a job, that that's natural. Men are supposed to earn.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah, and the most depressed I've ever been in my life, it's always when my responsibility was the lowest. It's a weird paradox.
Same.
It's a weird fight. Like the shittiest you feel physically is when you haven't been exercising. But when you start doing jujitsu, doing a little boxing, sparring, powerlifting, suddenly all your physical ailments go away and you feel great. Same with life. That said, we're moving away from that. Clearly, half the country doesn't pay taxes. Half the country pays fucking zero in taxes. So we're going to get to the place where there's going to be a UBI, Universal Basic Income, and it's going to mean higher taxes on the top earners. So what's that going to mean? I think it's going to mean a flight from the coasts. So more people are going to move out of California than have already left California. More people are going to leave New York. Real estate in Texas and Miami is going to go fucking through the roof.
Well, you guys
Tech
saw
stocks are going to go through the roof too.
You guys saw that Shohei Ohtani, the best baseball player in the world, Japanese guy, he signed with the Dodgers, $70 million. They were talking about at SportsCenter, of the $70 million that he's getting after taxes and what he gives to his agents, under 30,000 of it.
Wait,
30 million.
Sorry, 30 million.
Oh, wait,
not under 30.
Who's this fucking agent?
It's gone. No, it's under 30 million.
Kanye West's nightmare.
Well, yeah, because that's like those sports contracts. That's like a lottery winnings.
Yeah.
You get the ticket and then half of it is gone immediately.
And I want to say this about his contract though. Didn't he defer almost all of it until 10 years from now?
Yeah, he did.
Which with inflation is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
Because he's going to get. So he's going to get 20 million over the next 10 years and then like 600 million starting in 2034.
Right.
Which the value of 600 million in 10 years is going to be probably less than 300 million.
Yeah.
Inflation is going to more than cut our current amount of money in half in 10 years.
Oh no, you said 70. He got a 700
million over 10 years, so 70 million
70
a year.
Yeah, you can still live off that. But yeah, no, it's going to be the problem though is that the taxes are going to come from guys like the brackets we want to be in, like guys making 1 to 10 million. That's who's pays the most taxes. It's not the motherfuckers making billions, because there's not that many of those guys, and they're all getting it. They're not getting paid in cash.
I mean, Trump paid $700 last year in taxes.
Right. Yeah. Which, good for him, though.
Good for him. He figured it out. He knows the system.
Everybody can do that if they really, if every person who makes money can at least figure out how to cheat the system, which is a blessing. That's fucking awesome.
They allow you to do it.
Corporations are awesome, but it's still hard, dude. It's still fucking like...
It's really annoying to me because it's very clear that the tax system is set up to let rich people with $1 million a year attorneys navigate the fucking loopholes.
Yeah.
So you don't understand a fucking thing you read when you look at a tax sheet. It's all in legalese and in numbers, and you can't get a hold of anybody when you call the IRS. It's so like douchey word, but like Kafka-esque. And it's set up that way so that rich people can find the loopholes, and people like us are stuck paying it because we can't afford the attorney who can figure out how to do it for us.
Right. So rich becomes like middle class.
Yeah.
Like in California, there's no not being rich.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there is no middle class.
If you want to save, if you want to actually like be ahead, be in the black, you have to be what was considered rich.
I mean, I have plenty of friends making $200,000 to $300,000 a year, and they can't buy a house in Los Angeles. Not even close, in fact.
Yeah.
I've been saying
because
if
you make $200 a year, I'm sorry, Austin. If you make $200 a year, what do you spend a month? About $20,000 to like just if you got a kid and you're paying rent and you're living
mortgage.
nice.
Yeah,
it's $20,000 a month nut.
Some people are terrible with money, though. Like, I met a guy who's a prominent social media guy. He's behind the scenes, and he came from traditional media. So he came from producing shows for Hollywood. He makes like $150K a year, and I was talking to this guy about money, and we basically came around to he has no savings.
Yeah.
He spends 100% of what he makes every month.
That's true. People also they're just shove everything they can afford into their fucking mouths, into their psyches.
Yep.
There's no saving anymore.
Every 3 months, they're taking an international vacation.
Yeah,
that's true. I have a bunch of people who are like more in the mainstream world. My friends who are in finance or in tech, they take a lot of international vacations, which
people are living very well.
Oh yeah,
comparatively.
Oh yeah,
these are rich people problems.
Yeah,
that we have compared to fucking 1950.
I think that's a product too of doing something you don't. If you're going on that many vacations, I think you're probably in the wrong industry. Right. It's like Jerry Seinfeld says. People ask him like, "You go on vacation?" He's like, "No, I do what I love every day. This is my vacation."
Right, that's true.
Whereas if you are going to Ibiza twice a year, you probably are just desperately trying to get out of your head.
Sure.
Like,
yeah, people who live for their vacations, it sounds like a horrible life.
Yeah.
You know?